Doing something exciting today, at least I think it's exciting. We're putting on this wheel spacer to cover up the rotor slot for the Chieftain wheel, because the Chieftain wheel uses 2 rotor slots and the Indian Chief only uses 1 rotor slot. So we're going to cover this up with this spacer. I'm going to torque this down and get this wheel back on the bike. I had this thing set to torque the axle down at 52 foot-pounds, and these only need to be torqued down to 22 foot-pounds. That would have been bad. There we go. Hey, it's a little finesse. 52 foot-pounds. Alright, 18 foot-pounds plus 1 full turn. Alright. Good enough. Done. That looks better. What this little device is, this is a TPMS activator. It basically makes the TPMS sensors on the wheel go, hey, I'm here, and then you hit learn on the bike, and then it goes, hey, where are you? And then it finds the sensors. The Indian Chief has the ability to use the TPMS sensor from Indian direct in the ride command. You can also do this on the non-ride command Indian Chiefs, with basically the ones that don't have the pretty screen. It works the exact same. There's a learn option in there. So we're going to use this to activate the TPMS sensors to get them in the ride command. So I'll leave a link to this thing in the description. It's only like $9, but it works on Indian motorcycle, and of course it works on my car, which is an added plus. All right, the first thing we need to do, we need to go into the settings of the bike, and then we go down to tire pressure monitoring. See, there's nothing there. Even when we add the sensors, nothing is going to be there until we actually ride for them, essentially to, I guess, gather the pressures. So you're going to hit this little ellipsis up at the top, and then we hit learn. So now we need to go to the valve stems, or the TPMS sensor is going to be 180 degrees out. So basically you look adjacent from the valve stem, and then you basically just hit the button near it and it's going to read it. Learn. All right, it's learning. Get close to it. Should say success when it's done. All right, rear. My valve stem. Let's see. It's not being difficult. Got it. Went for a quick ride just to get these sensors to read the pressures, so I can show you this. 38 PSI in the rear, 38 PSI in the front. And when the tire pressures get below a certain threshold, I think right at 35 PSI, it'll put a tire pressure monitoring message right here to let you know you need to put pressures in. You might be thinking, okay, Brandon, can I do this to my Indian Chief? Short answer, yes. Short answer, also no. The reason you can is because Indian Chiefs don't come with TPMS sensors. However, you can buy them direct from Indian Motorcycle, or you can find where Indian sources these out. There's some, I'm pretty sure they're out there on AliExpress or something. But the reason I was able to do this is because I put Chieftain wheels on an Indian Chief, and those Chieftain wheels came with TPMS sensors already on them. So if you want to do this when you get the TPMS sensors, you have to take the tire off of the wheel and add them on there, and then remount them, and then use that device or a similar device like that to activate the TPMS sensors for the bike to see them. So it's an easy process to do, and I think it adds value to the bike. So next up is dealing with this exhaust in some kind of way. Good news, only had to loosen up the front exhaust mount and the 2 at the back for the headers, and that allowed me to get that bracket out because we're not going to need that bracket, but it looks cleaner and weight savings. I need to clean that off though, that's dusty. I'm going to put these slip-ons on. Not everybody's going to agree with me, but exhausts for these bikes are like $600. These would do fine. I like the bike with the slip-ons off, the sound, but these are just gonna add a stylistic piece. I guess it may change the note a little bit. I think it came out pretty good, to be honest with you. It's simple, takes all of 5 minutes to put on. I think it updates the character of this bike. Yeah, think about where this bike was when I got it. It was smashed pretty bad. I feel like I've been here a lot lately. My bikes always don't have gas. Oh, dang it, almost got away. Spilled gas anyway. That's okay, because you are about to get a good polish, my friend. Gotta go stop by our favorite store. Well, we're gonna take the long way, because why not? See, for those people think that the bike has some type of problem because it's hard to start up, no, I just don't keep enough gas in it. Oh, look at that, 40, 38. There's the tire gauges. I forgot, it shows it right there. 39 in the front, 40 in the back. That's awesome. Oh man, this is ripping right now. That exhaust, dude. I know it's just a bunch of cheap slip-on metal, but I was wrong about these things when I got them on the first Indian Chief. I was so wrong. So wrong. These things sound so good. It's bringing me a lot of comfort knowing that the tire pressures are right there. I can see I may have overinflated them by a couple of PSI, because we're at 43 in the rear now and 41 on the front. So I probably should have left them at about 36. I'm not, you know, detecting anything wrong as far as like riding, but I don't know, it could be over time, long term, I guess, prematurely wearing out the tires, you know what I mean? But I don't weigh that much, so that's not that big of a deal, but it is really cool to see that there. These fall colors, baby. Yes, look at that, just oh, absolutely beautiful. I am a fall baby. My birthday is on the first day of fall, because I am loving this weather. This is my season, baby. Let's go. Ooh, that bump was hard though. That was not my bump. Bro, I'm having so much fun on this bike right now. It rides so good. And two people have given me compliments on this bike since I've been out. That Chieftain wheel just set this bike off so freaking well. I'm so glad I did this. And that exhaust back there, it just, oh my god, yeah, oh my goodness, this sounds so good, guys. I wonder how many of you remember that spot. That's when we did the Scout Bobber off-roading video years ago. Yeah, let's see what we look like, y'all. Y'all know how we do. We gotta see how we coming, man. How we coming? How we look, baby, how we look? Yeah? What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Chieftain wheels on the Chief, front and rear. Y'all know this look good, bro. Come on, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. This is the best looking Super Chief out right now with these wheels. Stop playing with me. 200 on the back. I look good. This bike look good. Yeah, I did that. Boy had to take a leak, man. All this having fun. Gotta go use. Oh my gosh, look at that bike, man. Ugh, it looks so freaking good. Yeah, I did that. That looks good. The exhaust slip-ons, subtle touch. Obviously you could put something else on there because you got the chrome to the black, but the black on the chrome is the theme throughout the rest of the bike. Yeah, man, I dig it. I dig it a lot.
explain the exhaust situation. So yes, the exhaust is, for these bikes in general, exhausts are expensive. So you're looking at it right at, for those slip-ons, I think they were like $250, and like I said, they're cheap, right? They're not like super high quality, but they add a little bit of aesthetic. So if you want to get like some Dean Speeds or another brand like that, you're probably going to pay like $600, $700. I think the Stage 1, actually I don't remember how much the Stage 1 costs, but I don't think they come with the exhaust tip, so you're looking at right at $1,000. But when Nathan won the first Indian Chief, I had Stage 1 exhaust on there, did a custom paint, I did the bars, I had Lawless engine guards on there. Basically, I had the bikes, you know, pretty cool when he got here and to get the bike. But when he came, he ended up changing out the seat, he added bags, he changed out the risers, he changed out a number of things, of course, because he was, I mean, it's his bike, he could do that. But also he was traveling to California, so that bike really was not set up for that. So completely get it. Either way, it's his bike, he won it, he could do whatever he wants to do with it. Since then, he's added a different fairing, took the headlight off, took that exhaust off, changed the bars out. That bike looks completely different. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is, the person that gets this bike, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to change this bike and make it into their own. So when I rebuild these bikes, I'm still trying to, you know, add a little bit of customizations to them to kind of, you know, make the build series and the rebuild overall just more interesting. And I still had to kind of understand that, you know, I'm not going to get all of my money back out of these bikes either, but I still want them to look good within reason, or I'm not going to put it just crap out there, twisty bit. So I still have an incentive to make them look as good as possible. But of course, my first thing, my first priority always is to make this bike safe, make it ride like it's supposed to, and then after I have a little bit of money left over within reason, I'll start customizing it. So that's why I did the Sport Chief risers. That's why I did the Chieftain wheels, because I had a little bit left over. And plus, I originally had these wheels anyway, and that was going to be the original plan. Look at that state trooper. He is over there chilling, boy. He is going to catch somebody slipping, but he ain't going to catch me slipping. Of course, everybody wants to see me put crazy expensive exhaust on these bikes, but I have to look at it from the perspective of doing what I know is the right thing to do as far as my situation. So Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, billionaire, he has this awesome quote that resonated with me, is basically, take no advice from those who bear no consequence. Meaning, don't take advice from people who don't, you know, have or are gonna have any consequence to you doing whatever they're telling you to do. So people tell me like, do this, do that. And when I do it, they're gonna be like, oh, that's cool. And then they're gonna be like, what's next? And I'm like, bro, I just dropped $1,500 on this exhaust. Is this not enough? And they're like, no, we want to see what's next. Do more. And so I have to be conscious of that and understand that when I build these bikes, I have a budget. And I think for what this bike started out as, dude, it looks amazing. Like, it looks absolutely stunning. These wheels set this thing off. It was like regular when I had the Chief wheels on here, but when I put these Chieftain wheels on here, bruh, oh my goodness, yes. Pics and video just do this thing no justice, man. I'm telling you, it is next level. Not everybody's gonna agree with the exhaust, once again, but the way that this thing sounds, the way that this thing looks in person, I think the majority of people, they would get over it and they go like, you know what? You're right, Brandon. You did good on this. And the exhaust doesn't look bad. But I'm still going to put XYZ exhaust on there. Freedom, C3 V-Twin, which is my preferred exhaust. They're going to put whatever they're going to put on there regardless. So there's no point in me putting all this stuff on here if somebody's just going to change it at some point anyway. Within reason. Chief said I was having too much fun, man. Apparently I've been out here for 2 hours. Oh, we're not gonna park on the handicap slot. We're gonna go right here. probably good. All right, let's go in this freaking store and get what we need, folks. My favorite store, Harbor freaking Freight. Yeah, this will work.
I know what y'all been waiting on. I know what you've been waiting on. You've been waiting on this, ain't it? I know it. Finally, the paint under there is immaculate. Oh, baby. Yeah, get that stuff off of there. Let's go. Go off. It's been the go-to for years, man. The first time using it in a long time, though. All right. I almost feel like these, no, ain't no almost. This should have been a factory option. These wheels on this bike, on this platform, should have been a factory option. Imagine if those wheels were on that bike, Super Chief. Oh man, look at that. TPMS sensor, worked. Got the spacer on, worked. Went for a ride on this bike, had a blast, and then we finally got the warning sticker off of the bike because I know a lot of you wanted that off. But I really do think, Indian, I'm talking to you now, Indian, you made a mistake. You should have made the Chieftain wheels a factory option for this bike. I understand Chief needed his own wheels to kind of stand out from the rest, but these Chieftain wheels, man, my favorite part is when you're slowing down or you're pulling off and the wheels start flickering because they're chopping the metal alloy pieces. Dude, it looks sick. I was already getting compliments on this bike, but I really got a bunch today. People flagging me down like just, I really think it's because of the wheels. The wheels set this bike off. I am glad if I did nothing else to this, to customize it, I'm glad I did the wheels. It still would have looked good without the Sport Chief risers, but the fact that those risers matched the wheels, it just set it off. Yes, I just don't know what else to say, man. The bike looks freaking incredible, but don't forget, giveaway. We're coming up on 2 weeks left to enter to win this thing. Somebody's gonna get the bike, and all of this is with the giveaway. That's how I'm able to do this stuff and fund it. So definitely, if you're interested, go over to BrandonBicasso.com. You can click right here and go over to my website and get you some entries. $50 is going to take this thing. That's all it takes. It's super easy to enter. And yeah, let me know what y'all think about it. But as always, thanks for listening. Hope you learned something. Go get you some entries, and I will catch you in the next one. Next up, it's time to polish this thing. Peace.